the original art, all the original drawings, all the original paintings, all of the original notes. And this was a note that I found, and at the top you see the little SM up there. That's Sam McKim. And Sam did some of the original concept drawings of the mansion. And my favorite part of this, and this was one of the driving principles of what we were doing, was at the very bottom, and it says that the attraction was not to frighten, but to amuse and entertain. And of course, we know it all kind of developed a little from there. But I think that's really what separates our Haunted Mansion, the one that we all love so much, from your average haunted attraction.
And we you know, Marty comes down from time to time and talks to us. And a lot of times, you know, Marty will say some of the same stories, but this one time at a meeting, Marty started telling the story about the Haunted Mansion, just to go with your, you know, to amuse and entertain bit, so I had to reread it. See, I can't remember anything either. I'm perfect for this
House
job.
of Illusion.
So Marty said how they went to a meeting with Walt, and it was an hour-and-a-half meeting, and all they did was talk about Haunted Mansion. And then when the meeting was starting to wrap up, Marty says to Walt, you know, Walt, you know what we should do in there is we should try to make it funny. We should inject some humor in there. And Walt looks at Marty and goes, Marty, what do you think we've been talking about for the last 90 minutes? You know, he just wasn't paying attention. So then Herb Ryman developed the Marty joke scale based on, you know, when Marty thinks it's funny, then it's funny. You know, until then, no one else's opinion matters. So.
And the other interesting thing about that clip, one of the reasons that I like to show it is a lot of people think that Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, it's so widely known as the last attraction that Walt Disney personally supervised, and while that is true, this clip shows you that he was so aware of so many of the show elements that made it into the Haunted Mansion. So over time, we've come to feel like this really is the last attraction that Walt really had a lot to do with. So, you know, you may not think of it that way, but there's a lot of Walt Disney in the Haunted Mansion. And this piece is historic. I remember when I was first doing research for the book, I had never seen this piece before. It's entitled Church, Graveyard, and Haunted House. It's by Harper Goff, and the interesting thing is this drawing actually predates the formation of WED. So this is from, I think, early 1952, or even 1951, I can't remember. But what's interesting is it indicates that Walt wanted some kind of haunted experience at Disneyland from the very beginning. And as you can see here, in the earliest days, the way Harper envisioned it, it was kind of a Charles Addams, you know, typical haunted house off to the side of Main Street, which really would have been interesting, but they quickly veered away from that.
Next time, we'll put it there.
It's the only land, I think, that we haven't put a Haunted Mansion in, so we're running out. Did you want to say something?
No. He's got the clicker, though.